Breaking news from the Caribbean Sea. A U.S. Marine Corps helicopter has intercepted and destroyed a suspected cartel smuggling vessel. The boat was racing toward Venezuelan waters when it was stopped as part of Operation Caribbean Shield, a classified mission targeting transnational criminal organizations. The strike happened in international waters, just miles from Venezuela's border, signaling a new, more aggressive U.S. strategy in the region. Multiple U.S. military branches coordinated. A Navy destroyer, surveillance aircraft, and a Marine Corps attack helicopter. Their mission: stop a high-value target from delivering illicit cargo. This was no ordinary chase. It was a calculated high-tech military action. The smugglers' go-fast boat, built for speed, was no match for American firepower. The operation lasted only minutes, showcasing the precision and training of U.S. forces. Officials call it a major victory in the war on drugs, sending a clear message: there's nowhere to hide. U.S. surveillance and firepower now reach farther than ever. The decision to use force was not made lightly. Warnings were issued and ignored. As the vessel neared Venezuelan waters, commanders had seconds to act. Letting the boat escape would have meant a failed mission. The choice was clear, and the threat was neutralized. This event raises questions about rules of engagement in the Caribbean. It also highlights the capabilities of modern American military technology. Tonight we take you inside Operation Caribbean Shield to see how this dramatic encounter unfolded. Stay with us as we break down each step of the mission. The mission began in the command centers of Joint Interagency Task Force South, the hub for U.S. counter-narcotics operations. Intelligence analysts tracked a major shipment moving north from Colombia, using satellite data, electronic intercepts, and human sources. The target: a notorious go-fast boat known for speed and evasion. The USS Farragut, a Navy destroyer, was repositioned to intercept. On board, sailors and Marines prepared for a high-stakes hunt. Go-fast boats are small, fast, and hard to track, especially at night. The Farragut's advanced radar scanned the horizon, coordinating with the wider task force. The plan layered defense and offense, long-range surveillance, the destroyer and air power. Embarked on the Farragut, a Marine Corps light attack helicopter squadron stood ready. Their AH-1Z Viper helicopters were the operation's surgical tool, prepared to launch instantly. The combination of assets created a nearly inescapable web. As night fell, tension mounted. The Caribbean was about to become a battleground. The smugglers preferred to run at night, using darkness as cover. Every member of the task force was focused on one goal: find the boat. They were hunters, waiting for their prey to emerge. The sea was vast, but U.S. technology gave them the edge. The stage was set for confrontation. The operation's complexity demanded perfect coordination. The team was ready for whatever the night would bring. The hunt was about to begin. The first sign of the target came from above. A U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon, a state-of-the-art surveillance aircraft, circled at 30,000 feet. Its advanced radar scanned the ocean, searching for a single speeding boat in the darkness. The crew executed a precise search pattern, using imaging radar to pierce the night. Suddenly, a fast-moving contact appeared, matching the cartel boat's profile. High-definition cameras zoomed in, confirming a low-profile vessel with multiple engines and a crew. The boat rode low in the water, heavy with cargo. The Poseidon relayed the target's position, course, and speed to the USS Farragut instantly. The hunt was now live. The Poseidon continued tracking, acting as the operation's eyes in the sky. The smugglers below had no idea they were being watched. Real-time intelligence streamed to commanders on the Farragut. This data was critical for positioning and timing. The net was closing fast. The Poseidon's surveillance was relentless. The smugglers were heading straight into a trap. With the target confirmed, the USS Farragut's commander gave the order to launch the Viper. The AH-1Z Viper helicopter lifted off, its engines roaring into the Caribbean night. This twin-engine, heavily armed machine was built for missions like this. The two-person crew, pilot, and weapons officer were highly trained and ready. Their helmet displays lit up with real-time data from the Poseidon. The Viper's sensors scanned the sea, its target sight system locking onto the boat. Flying low and fast, the Viper used the Earth's curvature for cover. The crew quickly acquired the go-fast boat, tracking its every move. The smugglers, pushing their boat to the limit, were unaware of the hunter above. The Viper maintained distance, tracking and reporting while awaiting orders. Live video fed back to the Farragut, giving commanders a clear view. Shared situational awareness was key. Every asset, air, sea, and command, had the same picture. The Viper was in position, the smuggler's time was running out. The operation was about to reach its climax. Time was running out. The go-fast boat was just miles from the border. The USS Farragut's commander faced a critical choice. All intelligence was clear. The vessel was hostile, warnings ignored, and escape imminent. The operation was in international waters, fully legal. The boat was positively identified as a criminal target. Ample opportunity to surrender had been given. Allowing escape would embolden the cartels and undermine U.S. resolve. The commander reviewed the checklist. Target, identified, in international waters, warned, hostile intent, confirmed, no civilians nearby. The decision was now straightforward. The conditions for disabling force were met. The commander gave final authorization to the Viper crew. Calmly, he relayed the order. The pilots acknowledged they were ready. Training and technology had led to this moment. The last barrier to action was gone. The smugglers, still racing, had no idea their fate was sealed. The strike was about to begin. With authorization given, the Viper's weapons officer announced, "Weapons free." The pilot maneuvered for a perfect shot, trailing the boat's rear quarter. The weapon, a single AGM-114 Hellfire missile, designed for precision. The target, the boat's engine cluster. Disable, not destroy. The Viper's laser painted the engines. The missile locked on. The smugglers raced on, oblivious to the danger. "Missile away," called the weapons officer. The Hellfire streaked through the night, guided by the laser. On the Viper's screen, the missile's path was clear. Impact, a bright flash, smoke, and debris. The engines were shredded. The boat lurched to a stop. Its momentum sent water spraying high. The high-speed chase was over. The vessel was dead in the water, adrift and helpless. The mission's most dangerous moment had passed. After the strike, the Viper circled the disabled vessel, switching to infrared for damage assessment. The engines were destroyed, but the hull was intact. Crew members scrambled on deck, their escape foiled. The Viper relayed, target disabled, vessel dead in the water. The USS Farragut closed in, launching rigid-hull inflatable boats with Coast Guard law enforcement teams. These experts boarded the crippled boat and secured the crew without incident. A search confirmed the boat was loaded with hundreds of bales of cocaine, worth tens of millions. Evidence was secured, suspects detained for U.S. prosecution. The operation, from detection to boarding, was a model of efficiency. Overwhelming force was applied with surgical precision. Seamless teamwork between Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard made it possible. Intelligence, surveillance, and command all worked flawlessly. Operation Caribbean Shield achieved its objectives. A major drug shipment was stopped. The message to the cartels was unmistakable. Operation Caribbean Shield is more than one captured boat. It's a new chapter in maritime security. Modern technology and inter-service cooperation have changed the game. Networking surveillance aircraft, warships, and helicopters creates a nearly unbeatable force. The ocean is no longer a safe haven for criminals. Real-time data sharing enables rapid, accurate decisions. Precision weapons like the Hellfire allow disabling threats without unnecessary loss of life. This is the modern equivalent of stopping a getaway car from miles away. Ultimately, it's teamwork, analysts, sailors, Marines, Coast Guardsmen that makes the difference. Their coordination and trust ensure success. As criminals adapt, so do the forces that oppose them. Technology and human cooperation remain the most powerful weapons at sea.